Birch nightclub stood in the salt pan illegally. Panchayat allowed it to run without trade license. A magisterial inquiry into the Birch by Romeo Lane nightclub fire at Arpora, which claimed 25 lives earlier this month, has found that the ill-fated structure stood in the middle of a salt pan and was not permissible under any law, and that the establishment was allowed to operate without a valid trade license, pointing to serious lapses and collusion at multiple official levels. The report, placed before a review meeting chaired by the Chief Minister in the presence of senior officials including the Chief Secretary and Director General of Police, states that the revised site sketch depicts the hexagonal structure at the middle of salt pan water body. This clearly establishes that the structure is situated at the middle of the salt pan water body, which is not permissible to be erected under any law in force either now or earlier. Converting salt pan is in violation of Section 32 of Land Revenue Code as well as Coastal Zone Regulations, the inquiry has observed. The inquiry records that the village panchayat of Arpora, Nagu issued an establishment license on 16 December 2023 to Being GS Hospitality Goa Arpora LLP for running a bar and restaurant nightclub, valid until 31 March 2024. The license was not renewed thereafter. The Panchayat Secretary admitted in his statement, "I do agree that, although I was aware that I have not renewed the trade license, I have not informed any other line department who have relied on the trade license issued by the Panchayat and granted their permissions licenses," further conceding that he did not initiate sealing action even after the demolition order. The report says the Sarpanch admitted that the Panchayat neither sealed the premises nor informed departments to cancel licenses. Therefore, it establishes their collusion with the owners of this property in keeping the restaurant running illegally, the report notes, adding that conduct rules were violated. The inquiry also flags alleged forgery and procedural violations in the application for the 2023 license, observing that entries such as H No 502/1 RT8 bar nightclub appeared added later in different ink, and several mandatory documents, including approved plans, photographs and land records, were missing. It notes that the application was inwarded on 11 December 2023, Panchayat resolution passed on 14 December, and final certificate issued on 16 December in a hastily manner. The Panchayat Secretary admitted, "I have not checked the house number while giving trade license to the restaurant in the hexagonal structure which was valid for 1 year. The committee recorded that structures on survey numbers 158/0 and 159/0 at Arpora were illegal ab initio, with no conversion process undertaken from agricultural to non-agricultural use." It said initial illegal constructions began in 1998 to 99 and that house numbers and trade licenses were later issued on salt pan land in violation of coastal regulation zone norms. The Panchayat Secretary admitted, "I have given house numbers to all the stalls and shops and it is in violation of CRZ regulation as these shops are in CRZ."
तुम्ही पळयतात GNH.